Hi, this is Witch Nikki, and I have wanted to record and videotape the progress and the process of this beading. So I'm going to hold it up there to you. This is a hat that my daughter bought. She found it on Instagram, and carefully because I have a needle, but this is how it's going to look. And the rim inside is still able to be bended. Its bend is some kind of bendy wire in here. So if I want to bend it a little bit, I could do that. Okay. So this is from the front view. Pull it down a little bit more. There we go. See, so I have this little side here going to the middle of the back, but I forgot where I'm at. I think I'm from back here going around to meet right to here. Now, when you have a limited supply of beads, you have to be creative. Which way you're going to put them on, which, and this is new for me. I haven't made any designs per se. I have started on the other side. I'm going to show you how many beads right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 colors. Yeah, I didn't count that before I started, but oh well. Now you know I know how to count. So there's red and black and yellow, green, orange, pink, very dark royal blue, turquoise blue, and white. And then sort of this mixed blue with purplish. It just kind of changes colors. It's really pretty. I have no idea what it's called. So I was doing an online program where they were teaching us this event from Eventbrite, and it was put on by some people that I know from the Native American Center. I don't know them personally, but I mean, I was invited by the Native American Center that I go to, and they told me, go to Eventbrite, sign up, and my therapist helped me get on there and get going with that. So it's really coming along good, don't you think? Yeah. I'm not trying to be conceited or anything like that, but it kind of makes like it gives color. It makes it pop, because in this way you could see that there's definitely a difference, right? Of course, but I mean, see how it was before, and if I'm, anywhere really, people see that I have a hat on. But this just gives it this originality that there will be no other hat exactly like this one. So I'm kind of like that, I wear things that, sure, other people do wear them, but I wear things, I make a twist around with things that, I see, well, they wear it that way, but I think I'll wear it this way. And, excuse me, you make your own designs. And what do I got here? A needle. So I've been trying to figure out how to do this, how to record what I'm doing down here, because I don't really have the equipment. If you saw how I'm doing this, you'd probably laugh. I have one of those selfie sticks that goes up to here that holds the phone, and it's have an empty fish bowl, but I have a planter in it to kind of catch the water if it drips down, so it won't be all over the place. It'll be in the fish bowl because the fish bowl's empty. And I have two pencils kind of holding it into the pot, holding it like that. So we'll see. We'll see if I can manage to do this. So what you have to do, you have to use one of these seed bead needles, and you could barely see the hole. And it's the longest thing, the hardest and longest thing that I have to do is to thread this. Oops. See that? I don't know if you can see it. You're probably all going, what the hell is she doing? What the heck is she doing? There we go. It's extremely teeny tiny because the seed beads are extremely tiny. I forgot what size they told me. I wrote them an email asking them what size are these. I'd have to go back through and look at my emails, but they're the teeny tiny ones. So what color am I going to do next? Well, I already did yellow with the dark blue, so let me take those two out because I hate when I pick the same thing all over again. So I did yellow with the dark blue, and oh yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit of the designs. See how some of them have a little bit, just a little bit of the design. Let's see. Oh, some of them really started showing up over here. See? So I tried to do some designs, and all you need to do is just change the color on it. I'm doing a color pattern that has on each strand that goes around, each strand here has 12 beads on it. I gotta pull it kind of tight. So this strand here is what I'm talking about. It has 12 beads, and I'll show you that process. And then this one, all of them along here have 12. Okay, and each color I did a strand of 6, except for earlier on in the very beginning I did I think 8 and then 6, and I started doing, like, do you see this color combination and then another random. You know, I had them set aside, so I was just kind of doing them like in a pattern. So it would be this fancy blue, I'll call it, and the light blue, and then the pink and green. The fancy blue, the blue and white. Fancy blue and turquoise, blue and yellow. It looks kind of orangey, but not blue and yellow. What am I talking about? Blah. Red and yellow. And then the blue, orange and black, blue and fancy blue, green and pink. See the difference here, though? I did, the main color was pink and green, and then over here I switched around green and pink. Main color was green with pink. And then I just started, you know, doing that again. But I had started before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strands or lines right here, and then 6. Well, the reason why I changed, because, and you can see that there's different, you know, the different patterns. So I started thinking, well, you know what? I want this hat to be totally different all the way around. Different, different, different. Okay. And as you can see, where is it? These two colors, this is what was starting to happen. These were the two main colors that I started off doing 8 rows. Okay, and I started seeing, I'm kind of running out of these here. This not so much. So what I've started to do is just randomly selecting the next 2 that I would work with, and then I'm bringing it down to just 6 rows, not 8, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6. Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. You do what you want, and you do what you need to do. Excuse me. It's kind of hard right now. I don't even know if Michael's is open. I assume that it probably is, but you could buy kits. You could buy what do you call it? Just about any kind of these seed beads on Amazon, or there's probably other bead shops. Just do a search for seed beads. That's what they're called, seed beads. And so let me pick out the 2 colors I had left off with these 2 colors. So I always hope that they're going to be compatible, but you know what? It's art. Oh, let's see. I kind of want to make sure that, all right, I did have green and white right here, but it's okay to have this pink, and I had this pink with the blue, but it's okay because I'm just going at it here. Just like 1, I want to get it done. 2, I don't know if I really have enough funds to get more beads. This item will not be for sale. This is mine. I'm creating for me. At the rate that I'm going, I started this probably around somewhere in August. No, September. Because I remember I was working on it throughout October, really trying to get it done so that I could wear it for Samhain, or for Halloween, for those of you who don't know what Samhain is. So yeah, this is it's a knitish type, very fine knit, like, you know, it's very stiff. It wouldn't make like a good sweater or anything, but maybe like a jacket, that kind of material. It's very thick. If it was, you know, lined or something, that would be nice. I'm just saying, I have no idea what kind of material it is. So here we go, folks, before you get bored to death. So what kind did I decide here? Okay, so also what I'm using, you get crafty, 2 lids from jars that you're either going to use again some other time if you don't want to. They're not getting messed up or dirty or anything, really. Keep them pretty clean, and the reason for that is because I don't want the beads. I have a tray that I'm working on, which is also a lid from something. I recycle and use things over and over again. So yeah, these, what are these for? I'll tell you, to put these in. That way it contains them right in there, and I keep them all in the bags. Now I'm going to take them out. I'm not going to keep them in the bag because you want these as easily accessible as you can have. You just pour a little bit. You don't have to pour the whole bag because you're not going to use it. You're doing 12 beads in each row. So I'm just going to put this over here. Another material you need is some kind of wax. They have threader's wax, I guess it's called, or beeswax. But I found that through the process of trial and error. This is a very soft tea candle. It's white, so it goes good with the thread. If you are going to use black thread, try to find black wax. If you don't have a candle, guess what else is wax that you can use? A crayon. Okay, just peel it, and you might want to soften it a little bit, not like melt it in the microwave, but just kind of roll it in your hand so it's kind of soft. Press on it. This is just naturally soft. See how it's live videos, don't you just love them? Yeah, so it's really soft and crumbly. That's okay. Trash can under here. I'm not just dumping it on the floor. Okay. So, yeah. Now watch. I'm just going to use my fingers to press it back into this little can thing. So, no big deal. You do that because you want to run your thread through it. It helps your thread to sort of stay strong, so it's not like all fraying every time that it goes through something. You know, it's when you're mending something, you could do it, but you don't have to. But this is going through the holes of the beads. It's going through the hole of the eye of the needle. So you do need a little bit more strength to it, and it helps a lot to thread the needle by using the wax. So if you don't have beeswax that they probably sell in any sewing shop, you know what else? If you ever have gone to like a farmer's market or bought somewhere beeswax in your honey, you could save it. I know it sounds kind of gross, but you can. And I've saved it. I used to eat it, not eat it, but just chew it up with the honey still in it. And people shouldn't get upset about eating honey. I'll tell you why. Bees make it. They make a lot of it. Yeah, they keep making it. Okay? That's what they do. If they don't do that, they don't have anything else to do. So bees produce honey for themselves, but you have to do some research about it. But I have no problem with eating honey. But the wax, though, from the honeycomb, you just chew it in your mouth, and after all the honey's out of it, it just kind of after a while loses its flavor after a long while. But then you could just save it, put it in a little container. You could probably put it in a microwavable container. I haven't yet done this, but this thought just popped to my head, so we could just try it out. Thoughts like this come to my head all the time. You could get all of it into a little microwavable container. Save it. All the pieces of the wax that you chew on. And if you feel weird about this, like, I'm not going to string my beads with stuff that I've chewed on. Well, I'm thinking, why not? It's my thread. It's my saliva. Who cares? But if you're making something for somebody else, then you want the wax to be as clean as possible. So that's what I'm saying. Put it in a microwavable dish, melt it, let it cool again. It will get solid. This is just a regular tea candle wax thing. It's not chewed beeswax. But then you just let it, and then you could use it. That's how do you think they get beeswax? It comes from the processed wax that the honey it comes from. Any just about any wax. I mean, I don't know really where they would get wax if it wasn't from honeybees. So how could you ever use or pick up a crayon and use wax or a candle without the same kind of thing? If you're going to take the wax, you might as well take the honey too. Okay? Bees will make some more. That's what they do. Okay, so it's just ridiculous that there's some people who won't use honey because it's made from bees. Okay, that's just my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Now your fingers will get a little bit sticky using this wax, but it's okay. Not sticky, it just feels lotiony or something. So, so on this strand, I'm gonna put 12 beads, and you could put them in any order. Let me get the green ones out too. You can put them in any order that you want to. I might have to pause here for a moment. Okay. So, okay, so yeah, I have then pink and green. I also like to even just put down on a little piece of paper. See that? Okay. What that is represents the beads and how I'm going to go them on. And I'm trying to debate if I should just do pink straight. I'm just going to use this one, and I'll tell you why. I'm using pink, pink, green, pink, pink, green, green, pink, pink, green, pink, pink. Yep, that works. The reason for that is because, oh, this is not that one. I used pink and the blue over here. And I did use a lot of the pink. But also this one was the next closest to here. And it has more green in it. So one reason for lessening the color on the group is this is going to be one group, okay? Trying to get comfortable in my chair. Ginger loves rearranging my chair so that it's up high. It's one of those that goes up or down. Yeah, so she loves putting it up, and then I can't move in it because my feet won't reach the ground. Unless I sit at the edge of it. I'm not doing that. Okay, so looking at what's going on here. I like to pull this last one here really as tight as I can, okay, without breaking it. This, I've noticed this is pretty sturdy though. So I'm going to scoop up 2 pinks. Kind of hard to do. A little bit. Oops. One just got away. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. You might laugh because I'm chasing down one little bead. I've stopped what I'm doing to look for one little bead even on the floor, which is kind of carpeted. Okay. Oh. So, oops. I'm just gonna, I'll put it down here. All you need to do is just get that needle in there. I'm sure you all know how to bead something. And this is just so teeny tiny. So I put 2 pinks. You get the green down here too. And I do a green, 2 more pinks. And you can really just do anything. You could do different colors all the way around, and I might do that pretty soon when I just see, wow, I'm really running out of colors because I'm doing these different patterns. So I might just decide to kind of, let's see, pink, pink, green, green. I might decide to just mix them together and do a potpourri of whatever comes out next, and hopefully get around the other side. I'm hoping that I will. I'm pretty sure I will, because these bags were not filled, I don't believe. They were probably up to about midway, like about up to here, I guess, sort of. So I'm thinking what I have left should go to the other side because it's halfway around. So green, green, and then pink, pink. And then green. Pink, pink. You don't want to clunk too many of the same colors. You know, like I wouldn't want to do next pink and green, or pink and something that's close to green, or green something close to pink, or whatever, like orange, or you know, like you don't want to get too many. You want to kind of spread them along at least that much. But if you're just going for any color potpourri, it doesn't matter then. You just want to keep on this. It depends on how thick or wide your rim part is. Okay, so I'm doing 6 because 6 fits from one end to the other, like it goes over, so that's what fits there. Okay, but if you're doing something a little bit wider, let's say you're going to go around a pin, you're going to need more, and you just decide, you know, I mean, you figure it out. You take, let's say I got 12, so let's say you do 20 or 30 or whatever, for whatever width you're doing. And then if it's too much, you take some off, and you're going to have to then, but you know, like just start with one color. Don't do a pattern, just do one color because it's easy to take it off. Or if you're trying to decide how many to use to go around whatever you're using it for. You could do lanyards for like IDs and stuff, or you could do baseball caps, but that's what this group was doing, baseball caps. This teeny tiny needle that you could barely even see, no matter where I put it, was not going to make it through a baseball cap, because a baseball cap's got like probably like thick cardboard on the inside or something, that it was so then they were saying in order to get it through, you had to use a T-pin, which is a pin with a little piece of metal that goes across. So it's like a T-pin. It's thick, and you punch it through every time that you need to go through. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. If you all want to do something like that on a baseball cap, yay, go for it. But this is my hat. I don't wear sports hats. Very rarely will you see me with a build cap on. If it is, it will not have any kind of stuff on it. Definitely not sports. I'm not a sport person at all. So I've already counted from here, but I like to make sure because you don't like to have to take stuff off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, got it. Okay, so then you just slide them all down like you do anything else that you put beads on. If you do beads. If you don't, well then, okay. See how this is like right here? This one decided it wanted to kind of get around. It's falling over, but I don't know. So you go on to the bottom side here, because this is coming up from the top side. And what you're going to do, what I'm going to do, is get it as close to the row that you just made. Put it through. And then make sure that when it comes out, it's not going crooked. See how this one is coming right here. So I need to kind of fix it, which means pull it out, but I don't take it out too far because I still want it to be right there. And I want it to be right there beside that one bead that's left there. See that? So, because I don't know if you can see the needle. There. Now you see it? Okay. So this thread, you want it to be away from the needle. See that? So I'm going to be taking it up like this, because that kind of is going to be like, don't do this at home. I'm a professional. I mean, if you're a kid, don't put needles in your mouth. Just let your grandma do it. Okay? See? So you put the needle up through here. You keep this back down, and then, so I'll show you without the beads. See if you can see the needle. So this thread comes up around like that, see? I forgot what this stitch is called, if it has a name at all. Sometimes they call it like a blanket stitch or something. So anyways, that's one. Sometimes I like to alternate. So what I did the first time, I'll alternate differently. I would do 2 green, pink, 2 green, but I'm going to keep it with the pink. I like that. Pink, and you'll start to see it. I'm going to do this to complete this whole row. Green, pink. And sometimes these beads just pop around. That's why another reason why I like to have little jar lid, so that, you know, try not to let them get popping out of the jar lid, but it's okay if they pop around somewhere else inside there. They're not gonna get lost, see? And it's not on the table where it's gonna fall, you know, roll off or something. In fact, I can take my tray if I want to go watch a program, but it's hard to do this and concentrate on all the little colors and patterns and stuff when you're watching a program. So it's kind of even a little bit distracting talking, but I like to talk when somebody's possibly listening to me, or when I'm doing a video. Of course, I don't like to be empty, like just silence. You might hear my music. Well, it's not really music, it's nature sounds in the background that Google found for me. So I got 2 pinks. Is that? Oh, another green. And two pinks to end it off. It's really pretty easy. See that? Teeny tiny, aren't they? See that? They're just teeny tiny. Look at this. My longest nail is about almost as long as this little trail of beads. A little bit longer. So, slide it down. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to show you again. I'm coming from this end here, in under part, keeping this away from that area. Okay. And then I'm going to try to come up just as close as I can to this, to the needle. Okay. And you see how the thread is looped around it, so like that. Okay. Coming up. That kind of holds it into place. See how it did that right here? It holds it into place, because without that, it would kind of move around. It just gives it like a neat finish to it. Now, the ladies who were at this meeting or this event were saying that, what if we have black thread and white wax? And I said, type. I typed in, or yeah, I just typed in, how about if we use black crayons? Or whatever color thread you're using, use that color of wax with a crayon. They like that idea. Yeah, I'm pretty smart for a 61 years old. Not that people are supposed to get dumb. They don't. Things go wrong with your mind and stuff along the way that do make things a little bit harder to think of or to study about or whatever. Okay, so that's 2. You know, I'm gonna do complete the band. Let's just call these bands with 6. So I have 4 more to do. Let's see. I'll just go through it. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, 2 pink, 1 green. You could do any color combination you want, as long as it's a total of 6 beads. I mean, not 6, 12 beads. Green. Green. Pink. Green. And pink. I always like to make sure I studied it good enough that it's the right amount and everything. Some people do it visually, some people do it counting each solitary bead. So here we are again, okay, and I'm going to bring that down because we don't want it to get in the way when I poke through here, the bottom, the underside, and then bring it up right close. Sometimes you need to poke a few little times to get it just in the right spot. Okay. Pull it all the way up there as tight as you can. Even if put the needle down for a second, pull it up as tight as you can. See that? Because you want it to. Each row will hold the next one. You see? It's pretty tight. But right here, you just want it to stay as neat and straight as possible. So you see how the design is going there? See that? So it's a nice design. It's cute and simple. You want to do designs. There's some of them I just did. See, like here, alternating the colors. Straight pink, then green. Straight pink, and then green, or whatever I did for that one. So that's 3. So pink. Yes, might seem kind of tedious and boring to you guys, but when I'm just sitting here by myself, it's actually pretty soothing. You might also hear in the background, of course, my birds chirping away. And in the garage, beyond that wall, is the washing machine and dryer going. So we got green, pink, 2 greens now. 2 greens. You can write any questions if you want. I'll try to answer them in the comments. But if you don't think of any questions, that's fine. If you try this out and then you have questions, all right, come on back. So subscribe, or it'll be in your history if you look for me again, unless you clear out your history. I like to try to go back and see other people when they're doing good stuff. I like to give support here on YouTube to other people. Okay. Because once you put the needle through and pull it, that's pretty much it. Can you get it back out? Yes, it's a pain. You can if you needed to. You're like, oops. But you know what? With Native American art and beading, there's usually always one mistake, or we allow mistakes because mistakes teach us to do better. And nothing in this world is perfect. Okay. I like to try to be not perfect, but you know, get everything as neatly done and organized or whatever as possible. But sometimes things just happen, and boy, do they. And then I will get upset about it for a few minutes, but then you gotta get over it. Think about it. Correct the situation the best way you know how, and work on it from there. So now I have 4. Okay, just got 2 more rows. So you can kind of see, I mean, I am chit-chatting and kind of stopping a little bit and not going as quickly as I usually do when I'm just sitting here by myself. Okay. Green, pink, pink, green, pink. So don't be afraid if you make a mistake and you mix up the colors or you don't get enough beads on. If there's not enough, it's just going to be a little bit smaller, and that will probably give you an indication that, whoops, I missed, let me count them, I missed a bead, or I put too many on. If it's one too many, it's probably not going to be too bad. Maybe 13 could fit in a row, but I haven't really tried it. But if you get 13, 14, it's going to be loose. The loop is going to be loose. So that's where you would probably like, uh-oh, I better take one of these off. Okay. Okay. I know I keep showing you, but it's this part that was kind of hard for me at first. You go in close to that bead, as close as you could get. Hold this one down so it doesn't, you know, get in the way. There we go. And you get that one in as close to the next one that you have. Pull it. Always put down the needle. Pull it with my hand here like this. And you kind of want to be careful. You don't, you know, like my nails, I don't want to, I'm not going to cut the thread, I don't think, but you just have to be careful anyways. Let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, one more. So, and I'll stop because the longer these videos are, and as this one's going on 46 minutes, the longer they take to upload. I had one that I tried to upload yesterday, and I don't know, I must have gone somewhere and got away from the Wi-Fi, and it didn't finish uploading, so I was really disappointed. I had to redo it today. And pink. Oops. I put on the pink too much too soon because I'm supposed to do pink, green, pink, green. Come on. Now do pink. You stab the beads and they just pop away. That's kind of aggravating. Pink, and then a green. And then a pink. I hate it when they pop off somewhere. I don't mind if they stay in the little lid. Okay, pink, green, pink, green, pink, green, pink. Great. And I'll show you this one last time for those of you in the back row. I'm just kidding. Okay, get it as close as you can to the bead. Turn it over. Hold this kind of down. And get it as in line with the other one on this side. Pull it. Okay, so now I've done that 6 times, and you watched it again at this part. You could, you know, like you could just skip ahead a little bit if you don't like all the beginning stuff and you just want to see this part, because I'm not going to just keep doing it over and over all the way around. It'll take too long on the video. And so there we go. See? And see the beads pretty much even all along the way. That's what you want. You want it to be even on both sides so that it's not, you know, like jig-jaggedy here and there. Try to keep it as uniform as possible all along here. And here is when you're completely done, you have to make a knot somewhere. So that's one knot that I haven't fixed up yet, because I just decided I'm gonna fix up the knots when I'm completely done. So how I want to do a knot is, I'm not going to do one now, but what I'll do is I'll go back through these beads and I'll stick the needle in and then come out like about here underneath, pull it out, tie a knot, and then it'll tie it so close to here, and then cut it off. Now, what some people were saying to do was with a little match or a lighter to light it and let it fizz, really quick. It just melts or bonds together because the wax on it kind of bonds together or something. You might also want to use either clear nail polish or a color that's close to the bead color. I'm not going to worry about it too much because this is on the bottom of the hat. So that's where you always also want to put the knots. See, like this one here. It's through whichever way I was going. I can't tell now, but I've gone through the beads in the underneath and pulled it out, tied the knot, and then cut it as close as I could. You're not going to see too much of that there, but every once in a while you're going to see that. But you could also, just at the very end, if there's any part sticking out there, you could just dab it with a little bit of clear nail polish and it will just hold it into place. It will never get loose or whatever. It'll be a little bit of extra protection to just keep it in place. So, almost to an hour doing this. But I didn't mind. If you didn't mind listening to it, it's been nice. Now I'm going to show you how cleverly I have done this here, because I'm kind of proud of my cleverness. My thread is on this little teeny crochet hook. See, keep it in the jar, that way I keep it clean and it don't get lost, and it's just right here on this. Now, how I go about putting these beads, from the lid, I'll show you. If you pour them like this, they're just going to get all over the place. Trust me, I've done it. So I've cut this I've cut this top off of the bottle that I use for funnels sometimes on other things, but I'm using this now, this one, for this, see? Then you just dump them in there. And you could even, if one of them or two of them is stuck in there, you just see this? Fits right in here, and you just shake it around like that a little bit. There you go. See? Yeah, recycle things. You gotta think, what are you gonna use? You're gonna go out to the store and buy a funnel? No. You can make funnels all yourself. I use a couple of them. Now, here we go again for the pink ones. See how easy that is? And they all go into the back. See that? Yep, all empty. And these two lids fit easily together. I always shake them just to make sure they all get in there. See that? Then I put this on top of here, and I even have my scissors like that, and I just keep them right on my desk. So that's that. Now I'll do another couple of colors, and I'll just keep doing it till I'm all clean. All clean. Till I'm all done. Ugh. I was thinking about cleaning up here. So, yep. Okay, till next time. Thank you for watching with me. Please subscribe if you want to, or come back and see me with Nikki Jo's Star Flower. And give me a thumbs up or just walk away, because I'd rather have thumbs up than thumbs down. Why are you going to do that? If you don't like it, just go. You don't have to like it, but you don't have to give me a thumbs down. I never give people thumbs downs. I always give them thumbs up, because you know why? They had the cojones to stand in front and do the video of whatever they did for whatever reason they did. Do you have the cojones to stand up in front of people? And I mean, sure, there's nobody right here, right now, but you know, come on, give people credit for trying to put together something. Of course, if it was really, really bad, like nasty bad, or just terrible information, maybe then I would. But it depends on the situation. Everybody's different. So, okay, stay safe. And if you go out in public, please, please, please put a mask on. It's not taking away your freedom. It's keeping us all safe. We need to get over this virus. We need to get well. We need to heal. So please put a mask on until they get us vaccines. I don't know if I'm planning on taking one yet, but that's all a personal choice, so we won't get into that. But please be careful. And it is almost Thanksgiving, so if you're seeing this around that time, just try to, what we're going to do is put a turkey in the oven, make some dinner, and then we're going to call up other family members on Zoom, and we're all going to give thanks together and tell each other how grateful we are that everybody's still here, that we could, you know, talk to like that. And then we're going to have our turkey dinners at home. What's the big deal? Let's hope that this is only for 1 year that we've missed so many things. Let's hope it doesn't continue on through the next year, okay? And it will, if you people out there don't believe in this and don't wear a mask. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not, just put a mask on, okay? I love you all.